Why do we suffer? Why is there pain, tragedy, and injustice in the world? We will examine this question through the eyes of 5 distinct worldviews: Christianity, Islam, Hinduism, Buddhism, and the modern unaffiliated perspective. This is the question that forges faith, and it is the question that shatters it. Let's begin with the Christian worldview. For Christianity, the answer to suffering is twofold. It is the result of a fall, and it is the nature of a test. The story begins in a state of perfection, the Garden of Eden. Suffering was not part of God's original design. This is the concept of divine decree, or qadar. The Quran states that Allah will surely test believers with things like fear, hunger, and loss. In fact, it is often said that the prophets and those most beloved by God are given the most difficult trials. The response to this trial is not one of questioning, but of profound submission and patience, known as sabr. To endure suffering with patience is seen as a supreme act of worship, a way to have one's sins forgiven, and a means of earning immense reward in the afterlife, Jannah. The core belief is that Allah does not burden a soul beyond what it can bear. The second noble truth states that suffering is caused by our own minds, by our craving, our clinging, our desperate attachment to things that are impermanent. Then, the third and fourth noble truths lay out the cure. Suffering can cease, and there is a specific, methodical path to its cessation, the noble, eightfold path. Suffering is not a test, a punishment, or a karmic lesson. It is a natural consequence of physics, biology, and probability. Earthquakes happen because tectonic plates shift. Children get sick because of viruses and genetic mutations. People are cruel because of complex psychological and societal factors. There is no grand why, it just is. The Buddhist approach is not to ask God why it hurts. The answer is often found in humanism. The meaning of suffering is the meaning we give it. Our response is not faith or submission, but empathy. When faced with tragedy, do you respond with faith and submission, with understanding and detachment, or with empathy and action? Our duty is not to understand a divine plan, but to use science, reason, and compassion to reduce suffering wherever we find it, because we are all in this together, and no one else is coming to save us. From this viewpoint, meaning is not discovered. It is forged in the fire of our shared struggle. It is a pragmatic, psychological method that asks, where is the wound, and how do I heal it myself? Suffering, then, is a tailored, meaningful test of one's submission to the divine will. Nothing, not even a leaf falling from a tree, happens